Yes, brothers, sisters, lovers, haters, boys, girls and vibrations. Hope everybody is well. What a beautiful day. What a day to be alive. As good a day as any to be above ground. I want to talk a bit about yesterday. Yesterday was not a good day for me. Right? I've done something what I shouldn't have, shall we say. And it come back to bite me almost immediately. Now, one, yeah, I should know better. Keyword, should. I should know better. You know, I might have to learn the hard way a few more times. But I was taught this a while ago, and I know this. But what we do in the dark always comes out in the light. Right? I learned that yesterday. Now, wasn't a good day by any stretch. Started off really badly. And there was problems, you know. Now, I decided to do something what I don't normally do. I should do more of it. I picked up the phone and I spoke to people with experience. I spoke to people in recovery. I spoke to people who I love and respect. And I had conversations about this issue, problem. And I prayed hard, of course. But ultimately I was powerless over what had already happened. But that didn't make me feel better. What made me feel better was speaking about this issue of significance. The old saying, a problem shared is a problem halved. Well, for me, that's true. When I converse with like-minded people and people who care, talk about situations, problems of any nature, no matter how big, deep and wide they are. When I speak about them, for me, in my experience, it takes the power out of the problem. It certainly takes the power out of the problem. Now, it took a while, but I got there, you know, I felt better. Ultimately, you know, the finger was pointing at me. I know that I'm a problem to myself, and I know I'm perhaps not well, and I know, you know, in fact I'm acutely aware that I must have multiple personalities. I know that by what I have passion and care for, one day I might take a real moral stance on something. The next day I couldn't care less about it. You know, it's just how it is, I suppose. But see, when I got into recovery, I was very naive. I thought, in fact I believed, once I took the drugs out of my life, once I was no longer using, I thought everything would be sunshine, rainbows, peaches, cream, pink fluffy clouds and unicorns. Oh, how naive and wrong I was. You see, the drugs are taken away, yeah. The drugs weren't the problem, right? The problem was me. The drugs were a solution for the problem, which was me. A flawed character, right? I don't think there's a character defect on earth that I don't possess to one degree or another. Now, if there's a lesson in this video somewhere, it has to be talk about your problems, right? Pick the phone up, go and see someone who cares, someone who you respect, someone who you love, and converse with them. Tell them where you're at. It works, you know, it definitely works. It makes you feel better. Or on the flip side, if you know somebody, if you've got a friend or a family member or someone you love and respect, and you think they're having issues, you think that the head isn't quite where it should be, or you've got this notion that they're having a bad time, why don't you go and see them, pick the phone up? At least, as a minimum, you'll probably make them feel better. And who knows, you might even save their life. You know, it can be a dark place up here, can't it? We're men, aren't we? We think that we have to be stoic, and we think we can't talk about our problems. Well, that's up to you. It's a choice. But I would strongly recommend, if you're having a problem, if you're having a bad day, talk about it. Take the power out of it. And that's all I've got to say. I'm going training. Thanks for listening, brothers and sisters. Bye-bye for now.